historical movement. If you are more, Kelechuku. Do you know that Nigeria are chopping palm kernel? Do you really believe in palm kernel? The man that sang this song is no more. But he saw it earlier, and he bring it to your notice on time. Nigeria will keep eating palm kernel until they will not even see palm kernel to eat. But this morning, the reason why I bring this to your notice is that Biafra is moving slow and steady. Slow and steady. Those who doesn't believe in Biafra have been thrown overboard. It's only the children of the Most High God that will live to testify the goodness of the Most High. It was not meant for everybody. Many are called, few are chosen. And even among the chosen one, there are the selected that will fulfill this historical movement. If you are among, Kelechuku. The last phase, the only one prophecy remain. Just one prophecy remain. And that one prophecy by the great prophet Nnamdi Kanu is about to be fulfilled. Those who are the true disciples from the beginning will know about the prophecy. And the prophecy say that he will come to the time they will call him and beg him, carry these people, go, carry your people, go and leave us alone. That is the last phase. Of the struggle, the last prophecy that will soon come to pass. And that is why I started this by reminding you the song sung by the great legends of Nollywood. Though many of them did not believe in Biafra, it's just like many of them in football, many footballers do not believe in Biafra. Many actors does not believe in Biafra, except one man we love so much. We knew them. We know all of them. Many of them does not believe in Biafra. But sometimes they will, out of their ignorance, also prophesy what will happen in future. The same way many musicians does not believe in Biafra, but many a time they also sang what will befall, the calamity that will befall Nigeria, and that is what is happening. Do you know Nigeria they chop palm kernel? Do you really know Nigeria they chop palm kernel? And I say they will remain chopping palm kernel until there will be no palm kernel for them to chop. Okay. Yes. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Today is 19 March 2024. We are not going back. As I told you that Biafra is moving slow and steady. until we reach our destination. No looking back, no stopping, and no retrieve, no surrender. And I say, and I reaffirm it once again, that those who say Biafra will not come have been thrown overboard. And those who will see rise tomorrow to say Biafra cannot come will remain, will still be thrown overboard. And those who will wake up and say over their dead body with Biafra be restored, they will die never to see Biafra being restored. No two ways about that. You are the children of the Most High, the children of the rising sun. And the sun this morning is about to set from the east, and so shall he remain. Good morning to all Biafrans all over the world, depending where you are watching this very broadcast from. Believe you me, the land of the rising sun, it is a very lovely morning. And it came market day, the first day, the creation day, to be precisely. Ichukokika Abiyama continue to bless you as you remain a blessing to humanity. May the enemies of Biafra keep on vanishing, keep disappearing, keep dying, and they will never see good because they hate good. They will never see peace because they hate peace. They will never live because they kill so many lives. And I say, Nigeria will remain chopping pankane forever and ever. What do you say? He say.
Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. How are we all doing this hour? I decided to keep quiet to listen to our commander, what he have to say. And the message is almost 6 minutes plus. Now we are in 7 minutes in this live broadcast. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you so much. I've seen some people that hit like button, even though you did not comment. I don't know how many of you. I don't know if you are regular commentators or a new people. But whoever you may be, thank you so much. I think I have to appreciate your presence in this late hour midnight broadcast. We are going to start immediately. So in the program that we did earlier today, we discussed about P2B. So we saw how P2B, were in the Northerners in the fast, they're breaking their fast according to them. So people in that video, some Northerners were kind of happy. They said a lot of good things about P2B and all that. But we all know what P2B is doing, and we are not going to emphasize much on that in this broadcast. But I just want to share with you that some of them also have, a kind of it's like say co-feelings about P2B's involvement and his activities in the north. P2B thinks he can deceive us by going. This is someone from the north. Okay, this guy is from the north. Look at him. Look at him. Okay, he's a northerner. So not for those of you who say, "Oh, you're fighting your brother. Oh, you're talking about your brother." Look at him. This is not an old guy. P2B thinks he can deceive us by going to Tafase. I think that's and feeding Alamajere kids. We did not forget what happened during the campaign. Oh, they already have something in this case. Just the campaign that just happened a few days ago. From church, what happened in the campaign, from church take back your country to, oh yes, daddy, religious war and everything. And we will keep reminding our people everything he said against them. Wow. Okay. He should forget about this presidential ambition. It ain't happening at what? At least not with our votes. And that is what this is one thing about okay, let me show you the picture. So you see the picture of P2B in the midst of Northerners. The person here is P2B. This person here, this is P2B. Look at him. Do you see that? Do you see that? Okay. Now, one thing we all need to appreciate is that Northerners, Nigerian Northern Muslims, if they don't like you, they don't like you. And there's nothing you can do to make them love you. You have to walk extra mile for them to even like you. Love is not in the dictionary, and that is a fact. Whatever P2B is doing here, he's doing it because he don't follow the information, the news of what is going on and who he's dealing with. Okay? If I show you the comment, you understand that many of them are not even, they don't care. Jonathan tried all he could. If you watch the that video of Hassan Dokubo where he said that Nigeria is not for you, if you play that video very well, you also hear where Hassan was telling him that instead of you to use the money to build something for your people, and you are building school for Alamajiri. That effort that Jonathan puts in the north to make Northerners to say, okay, to regard him as their leader. Where did he end up? They rise against him and push him out of power. A current president, he's already, not that he's seeking for their vote, he's already a president. He has done what he thinks he should do for the Northerners. But abandon his people, he did not build even a major road in his own state. He did not do much. After doing all those things, trying to be statesman, trying to please people who can never be pleased. And what happened? They turned against him. Do you understand? If I show you the comments, you will see many of them bringing pictures of P2B where he's drinking beer, talking bad on. Okay, let me read some so that you understand what I'm saying. Who is us? Somebody called Collins is talking about trying to counter what this guy said. Then Ebuka Etisobi said, one thing you don't realize is that P2B is a man that has conquered greed. He will continue to fight for better Nigeria, whether in or out of government. Okay. Replying you is a waste of time. This is an obedient Igbos and Southeasterners trying to, those obedient, naive guys. They don't give up, right? I wonder when you started using an internet. They keep on, the guy have told you what Northerners actually do from ages. It doesn't matter what you think. Dele said it is better you enlighten your people so that poverty that build a mansion in your region can reduce. If all this you are talking about will even provoke them more. That is why you cannot. After this comment that I just showed you, then is about 4 or 5 comments that is siding P2B's presidency and ambition, and all of them are obedient, right? One Asaba Amaka copied. This is a Northerner, of course, using Igbo name. He said, "Send P2B breaking fast with your brothers as a governor." He put the same picture siding P2B. Where P2B is drinking water, juice with Northerners as a governor. Now, after breaking fight with Northerners as a governor and everything, what happened in the as he come out to contest a governorship, right? President. What happened now? Do they support him? The answer is no. They will not support him. It is there. Now, reverse this issue. Have you seen any Northerners politicians, northern politicians, celebrating Christmas in the east, not going to Christian church in the north, no, traveling from north to east to celebrate Christmas or Easter. Eat with them. One, your food is not even halal, so everything about them is totally different, and people don't understand this. Peter B is quite desperate. That is obvious. He's very, very desperate to become president, just like all of them. Other politicians are. All of them are the same thing. Omaye buy many people to even win primary. Okay, to win ordinary primary. Now, I am moving because this last hour broadcast, we are not going to waste much time. Okay, we will go through it fast. Here, oh my goodness. Okay, sorry about that. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Okay. This is NEMA. Okay. This is NEMA. Vanguard said NEMA confirmed scarcity of water to tackle fire incidents at Idumota, because they also, as the day goes by, Igbos are facing this economic jihad. You know, when PM started talking about the economic jihad, people think that that he is it was they just want to, he would just want to show propaganda and all that. But today, it's happening in Ilorin. They are strangle Igbo's business in Ilorin, Kwara State, by putting huge tax on their business, and they are running from their place. And in Lagos State, they are setting it ablaze. Idumota is a place where Igbos have warehouse, they do their business. Let me show it again so that you see, so that it's not as if I'm just saying without any evidence. Look at it. The video you are watching now, let me get back a bit. Have you seen that?
Hello, confirm your location now.
This is in the Lagos. Lagos State. I don't understand the Yoruba language, so I would have interpreted what they're saying. So here is it again. Maybe this one will be better. Let's see. So it's not going to end soon. For some of you who don't understand it, when we said move your property, your business out from Lagos, now it's no longer Lagos, only Lagos. You have to go out from Oduduwa land for now, because Nigerian politicians that are holding that region at the moment will not allow you to be yourself. They are vowed to destroy anything Igbo business. Biafran cry again as goods worth millions destroyed as fire caught Idumota, Lagos. So that is it. That is it. Now we are moving away from it because we are not going to waste much time in this live broadcast. I just want to go through some information that we need to know and react to that, not respond because we are reacting only. Now, Koiki said area report said another banger. Fulani invaded Idowa shot popularly attendants and kidnapped one. I don't know this area. Okay, Michael Abiondu reports, and the guy, narrate this information in Yoruba language, but Koike tried his best and put it in writing. He said, "It sounds terrifies. It sounds terrific and serious situation that has occurred in Ido, where Fulani individuals reportedly stormed the community, shot and portrayed and kidnapped." Okay, let me. Okay, um, and kidnapped one person. The incident is described as disaster. Okay, disaster, and took place in Idowo via Jebu Odu. I think it is not Lagos. Okay, somewhere in Ogun State, in Odulu local government, Ogun State. Odulu local government. Okay, it is positive. Is positive that chairman of the local government and security agencies are present with some suspects already in custody. Okay, now let's hear what this person said. It's in the Yoruba language. If you understand Yoruba language, you enjoy it.
àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n fojú wa rí kí ni kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn gan-an lẹ́yìn yìí sí ó ti pẹ́ táwọn ọmọlá yẹn wọ́n ti máa ń dá màálù lọ́dà àdúgbò àdẹ́sọ́ fáwọn onídàá sọ màálù àti àwọn tó ń di truck àfẹ́ wọn ṣó ti yẹ lẹ́yìn yìí sí wọ́n dá màálù wọnú àdúgbò wọ́n lọ gbẹ̀rẹ̀gbẹ̀ ní pọ́tù rẹ̀ ṣó ti wà confam sí nǹkan ti kidnap àpò ẹgbẹ́ ẹni yẹn ló kún ìbá ẹ̀ sí àti rẹ̀ ní up till now ayé sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ̀rẹ̀ ní candidate of mind possible and this share anything for anybody o. agbọ́kàn ti mú àwọn fílà mi kan. àti mú àwọn kan àti handover dáhùn ìjọba lọ́wọ́ bọ̀ kí ìjọba má yẹ kó lu agbára lé wa lórí torí àti láwọn tó ní màálù tó fẹ́ lu agbára fún wa kó bá fi ẹni tó múlẹ̀.
So that is it. That is it. They are at it again.
kí ẹ sọ pé òun wá ṣá ìpín láti gbogbogbò wá ṣá ìpín láti bá ẹ má fi ṣe possible ṣé kò sóko lógbògbò kò sóko ń bẹ̀bà òdòkò kò sóko ń bẹ̀ tó bá ti ṣá ìpín òdò wá ṣá ìpín láti bá ẹjọ́ ń do ìtọ́lọ́hún o àfẹ́ wà láò ẹ tó mú ọmọ àfilẹ̀ látàlàfíà àbá Fúlàní jà o ẹ tó ń yìnbọn fún náà wà lọ́sibítù o.
Now, in the broadcast that we did before earlier today, we saw activities of Biafran Liberation Army in somewhere in Soka, chasing Fulani that they were there planning to kidnap and ransack village in Biafra land, and Biafran Liberation Army got a call on time and they pushed them out from Biafra land. Now, do you know what is making headline in Nigerian news and mainstream media? Nothing like Fulani. What is making his Namoricano's lawyer, whether he is against PM or he's not against PM? What do you think? That's the only thing that is making his headline in Nigerian newspaper. But anything Fulani, buying people, ransacking people, nobody burn houses, nobody. And then, not that they are not buying soldiers, they do. But can soldiers do anything? The answer is no. Okay, This our brother that is Speed Darlington. Speed Darlington said this. He shared this on his X as well. He said, I agree with him talking about Namodekano when he said some politicians in the Southeast are making money, I believe. Okay. Making what? Okay, making and generate and generational wealth with the generational wealth with the insecurity in the East. No wonder they don't want to they don't want him out. They are moot about it. Let it be on record. I am the only musician, okay, entertainer that talks about Namodekano, which is true. Which is true. Openly, yes, he do. And he posed this. He said, I will end insecurity in Southeast within 2 minutes if I am released. Okay. Speed Darlington has been talking about Biafran and he's showing support for that, for Biafrans. Okay. Now, we saw what happened yesterday in the court, which I have also reacted. But one of the green people posted something that will make me to go back. I'm not going to play the video, but only just to make a comment because, like I said, we are not going to waste much time in this live broadcast. I'm trying to wrap up all we have, in a jiffy. But let's go there. This person here, you can see, is a green people. Okay, he said, my humble submission from all indications and videos circulating, he is shedding the criminal Simon Ekpa in Finland, who is buying innocent what? People. Okay. Then he went on and said, in the name of IPOB and Masina Modekano, who is Aloy Ejimako working for. Okay, now he went on and posted this after tagging who did he tag? He tagged, I don't know who is a bloodbath, Elochukwu Ohagi, General Somuto, and Emeka Gift too. So he tagged the people that he thinks that they will promote saga against Aloy Ejimako. Now he said this. Can IPOB media warriors, okay, give Aloy Ejimako IPOB media treatment for like 4 to 5 days because he is the enabler of these two criminals, Simon Ekpa and Kanonta. Now, what we need to understand is this. First of all, these guys follow Simon Ekpa very, very closely. And they follow the activities of Kanata as well very, very closely. You know why? The word enabler, immediately PM used that. All of them started using it in their post. And so who started using the word enabler to call them enabler is PM. And they have copied it and trying to make it their own. I'm not dragging it with anybody. I'm just trying to, make it clear that where that thing started from. So we need to say it is, okay? They want to wage median war on Aloy Ejimako because they think that nobody will speak for him. They don't understand what is going on, and it is a very, very big problem to them. they want to do anything necessary to attack Aloy Ejimakor. Now, this is how they went on preaching behind the scene on how to attack Simon Ekpa. We listened to them. We have seen if some of them have come out to make confession that they paid about how many, is it thousand or I don't know how many thousand people they say they paid to attack some PM then, which resulted Kanota to start calling them recharge card media world, because when they were planning on how to attack, how to end, in their own word, how to end PM and push him away and blackmail him and all that, they put money for that. They financed them, to do the attack, which they did. And Canada was in their midst then. He knew what happened and he understood what was going on. Unfortunately, after they tried to push PM away, unfortunately to them, they extended that in the deal to PM to Canada, who happened to know the elements of the mode of the operation. He understood that these people were paid to do this kind of blackmail online. So when they tried to use that on him, he would just use one word and shut them off, which is recharge card media world. When Canada use that word, they become weak. They were unable to do anything anymore. Do you understand? So I am going to show you what after tagging a mega gift. This is what they're still a mega gift came out to do as well, to put his own quotes. Let me go back so you can see that.
The indigenous people. I can bring peace to the southeast. These were the words of the incarcerated leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, shortly after his bail was denied on Tuesday. Nnamdi Kanu has been in and out of detention since October 2015 for what the government has described as anti-state activities. Since then, the southeast region has been a hotbed of violence, with various groups blaming the rise in conflict on Kanu's continued incarceration. This is what he had to say following his appearance in court on Tuesday.
Anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm here in DSS. That's what if I said no idiot can try this rubbish, and they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity. Yes. They're making money with it. They know now the coming outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak what I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East, and any idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. No, nobody can.
Sir, are you in?
I'm not the camera.
No.
Who's the idiot? Which time of attention? No, don't.
Joining us in the studio is Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, Kanu's lead counsel. Thank you for joining us on AIT Report.
Thank you.
Now, quickly, is Nnamdi Kanu trying to mock the system, the judicial system, by impressing his relevance on peace in the southeast?
Yes. First of all, we're happy that for the first time since he was renditioned in 2021 and detained.
Frank Choka, I see you, my brother. Thank you for your comment.
Ample opportunity to speak to the media. It's been also why I'm speaking for him. So
please be taking note on this. Aloy Ejimakor said that thank God that since his incarceration, since he's kidnapped, that this is the first time he has the opportunity to speak to the media. Just underline this, okay? As we move forward, just underline this.
It was the turning point. The next big thing that happened yesterday, that he spoke to the media and he made himself very clear. And I'm happy Nigerians listening to him and they've heard what he had to say about insecurity in this East, which is key to what happened in court yesterday that made us very unhappy. Everybody Nobody else knows this except the presiding judge. This was one of the reasons why we had to bring a fresh application for his bail, in order to see how we can, through the process of court, assist in combating or containing that insecurity in Southeast.
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu has called for violence in the past on his Radio Biafra platform. So on both security persons and citizens alike. So why is the turnaround saying that if he gets bail, he can assure that there will be peace in the city?
No, you are totally wrong. He never called for violence. He called for self-defense. Because
we can clearly see that in 2020 the EndSARS protest, if you Google it now, you can get that information. When he called for an attack on the governor, Sanwo-Olu, and some other.
No, I recall an interview he did with the Ovation magazine publisher. What's his name again? Ovation magazine publisher. That was an interview he did with him. I remember his name before we finished. He did an interview because of what you just said. The misunderstanding, the misconception, the misrepresentation of what he had said during EndSARS. So he clarified himself. He was calling for self-defense of the Southeast and for people to employ self-defense to defend themselves against those that are living the insecurity in the country.
Okay, so let's just say, okay, if his intentions are genuine, how does he hope to achieve this peace?
Well, his personality, force of personality, is sufficient. He's a man with millions of followers. His voice is very strong in this country. You cannot take that away from him. His sheer force of character, his charisma, and his capacity to rally people to do the right thing. Those things are key to combating this insecurity, and he can do it.
He clearly does have a lot of supporters, and some of his supporters are complicit in asking for violence, preaching violence. People like Sam Epa. What's your take on that?
Mazen Nandikano has been in detention since 2020.
Asking for violence, preaching violence. People like Sam Epa. What's your take on that?
Mazen Nandikano has been in detention since 2021, and they are trying to make him responsible for what is happening out there, that he doesn't have anything to do. He cannot be guilty by association.
Okay. Let's get back to the beginning. If as he's incarcerated now,
hold on. The people that you are assuming to be his supporters, some are genuine, some are not, some are credible, some are not. You cannot attribute anybody to Mazen Nandikano. That's to say.
Okay. There have been violence perpetrated in the Southeast, and there have been links to his continued detention. So, how can you say that these supporters are not his supporters, or they are not?
Okay.
And even if they are not his supporters, as he's incarcerated, his supporters are not listening to him. So, how are we sure that him getting bail will mean that his supporters listen?
You are attributing what people say, what people do to Mazen Nandikano out there. It's very unfair. He spoke up for himself yesterday.
Now, what I want you to pay attention again is this. He first of all want to use activities of people that support Mazen Nandikano against Mazen Nandikano. Now, when the Macron reversed this question, this guy he tried again to discredit release of Mazen Nandikano by telling you that people that followed him are not actually loyal to him anymore. Let me take it back so you understand what I'm saying. That means releasing him will not even end the insecurity. According to him, that's what he's trying to say. Because maybe that those people that are following him may not listen to him when he called for them to stop, according to him. But earlier before then, he wanted to use that against Mazen Nandikano.
There have been violence perpetrated in the Southeast, and there have been links to his continued detention. So, How can you say that these supporters are not his supporters, or they are not?
Okay.
And even if they are not his supporters, as he's incarcerated, his supporters are not listening to him. So how are we sure that him getting bail will mean that his supporters?
The same, you see it now. How are we sure that him getting bail, that supporters will still listen to him? But before this time, he were telling you that he was trying to make it look like that his supporters are doing things that is against, the life and properties, according to him, causing insecurities because of him. So if you want to, criticize Mazen Nakano for activities of what other people do, whatever they do outside, according to him, you want to criticize, hold him responsible, right? By so doing, you are telling people that he is one commanding them. You are holding him more. Now, when lawyer said, are you trying to blame him, somebody that is in detention, for somebody's activities, somebody that is elsewhere, that it has nothing to do with him? He now said, okay, even if you release him, how are we sure that he will still stop the insecurity? Now, if as he's speaking for Nigerian, right? As a journalist, if you want to arrest everybody that says something because the person don't have freedom in Nigeria to say whatever they want to say, not that he have committed any crime, that means you are telling the world that Nigerians have no freedom of speech. That's number one. Secondly, if you truly want to go after anybody that speak or support violence, according to his own word, how can he define what Shegumi has been saying for years? Shegumi, who is telling you that if you keep on throwing bomb, or if you don't want to negotiate with bandits, that what bandits are doing now is a tip of iceberg. Then you ask yourself, how did he know? If you're not having meeting with bandits to know their capability, how can you just wake up and start telling us what they will do, that they're capable of doing something? That means you know how they're prepared. You know how well they are, how well they're prepared to attack people. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But here, all the focus, when Nigerians want to follow rules and regulation and want to be law abiding, is when it comes to Igbo. Then constitution will work. But when Igbo is not involved, there's no constitution. You have to understand that after all, Sanusi and no, not Sanusi. What do they call it? Sultan have said this and said that from the north. So you can see the bias.
You are attributing what people say, what people do to Mazen Namdekano out there. It's very unfair. He spoke up for himself yesterday. He said he's not in support of any violence and criminality. And I think he should be taken at his word. The witch cried at night and the baby died in the morning. It doesn't necessarily mean that the witch killed the baby. So if somebody says, oh, I'm involved in violence because I'm Namdekano supporter, you take it as face value, is unfair and it's being disingenuous. At the same time, I think it's what Nnamdi Kanu says. If he claims such a person for himself, if he supports what that person is doing, then you can attribute it to him, but not as he did it. And he made it clear yesterday that he doesn't.
Oh, okay. So the sit-at-home position in the southeast is bleeding in the country. What is Nnamdi Kanu's position on this sit-at-home?
He did not speak to it yesterday, but there's something you need to understand. There are millions of people in the southeast that are not happy with Nnamdi Kanu's detention. It has gone beyond IPOB. The entire southeast is roiling. Igbos are not happy. He's being detained illegally. You should know that since 2021.
And you don't want to talk about it.
Millions of people are not happy. And if they react by sitting at home on Mondays, you cannot go and drag them out of their houses. In the past, he had made it clear.
My sister, I see you.
That he no longer wishes.
Thank you so much for your time. Dinah, I see you.
They are on their own to sit at home on Mondays to put pressure for his release. You shouldn't blame them, and you shouldn't blame Nnamdi Kanu either. It underscores his popularity, and it also underscores the manifest injustice that has been done to him.
So he doesn't support Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't support Sapepa. Is that what you are saying? That Samepa is not his supporter? He's not.
Now, here is another place that I want you to underline. Here is another place that I want you to underline. He said, so he doesn't understand support Simon Ekpa. So this is the only word and only line that DOS and them, their group, have been waiting to hear. So that goes to show that their agenda is the same as this agenda of Nigerian government. They want to use Mazen Megano to bring down Simon Ekpa's and different government in exile. Then, if Mazen Megano fall in that trap, they will now create problem between Biafrans who are actually fighting for Mazen Megano release. That was why I said when I was in our first broadcast that Mazen Megano is one of the most intelligent human beings on the surface of Earth today. He just gave a general answer which every leader will do. And he did not say that because he wants them to release him. He said that because before they kidnap Mazen Megano, he never wants any violence in Igbo land. Go and check his record. He never support anybody creating problem in Igbo land. All he wants is freedom. And if you notice that you are an Igbo man and you are causing problem, you become his enemy, which is very, very clear. And that is different from creating insecurity and violence they are talking about. What is more violence than you forcing people to give land for grazing cattle and cows and whatever you call it in the name of Oruga? What is more violent than that? What is more violent than a woman who is cultivating vegetable? You bring cows and your people with AK-47 to ransack the farmland and pipe the woman. Sometimes after raping the woman, you pipe the woman. Are they even talking about the violence? The violence in the southeast and the one in the north, which one is more deadly? Which one is more serious? Even the one in the southeast can be redeemed, can be solved in a day. Release Mazen Megano and the so-called insecurity will stop. Then you cannot focus on political talks, which none of them are even, they don't see that as violence. No. If Biafra don't commit any violence, it's only when Biafrans ask Mazen Megano to be released, not that they're asking for another, release him. And you people will use your journalists, your army, your police to target, to name it something else that beyond understanding, people comprehension. You cannot pretend that you don't see those things. And this man, probably from the north, I don't know where he come from, or Middle Belt, and he know the name Gumi, who had been moving from one media platform to another, telling you that Nigeria will go down. That he was even bragging to Shehu, the Rudwa guy in Channel TV, telling him that there's an ethnic war in Nigeria. There is ethnic war in Nigeria. That Shehu asked Mo, between who and who? He said between nomadic Fulani and the others. He said others like, he said anyone who are not them. That means anyone who are not Fulani. So whether you are from Dudua land, whether you are from Efik, whether you are from Ijo, whether you are from Edo, whether you are from Kogi, are you from Plateau, anywhere you are you Fulani or not? If you are not Fulani, you are opponent. And these are people that are being considered as minority. Can Fulani in population if you divide the Dudu 1 to 3, one is Fulani. Do you understand? One is Fulani, and yet they are the problem of everybody. Today, I just played a video of the operation in Oduduwa land. Before the program that I did before, I played for us also to see that they were in Soka. They were in Soka trying to penetrate into people's village as well. If not that Biafran Liberation Army got information on time and when they went after them. Is he making headline news in Nigeria? No. What is making headline is Simon Ekpa, because the violence they're talking about is not about engagement of Biafran Liberation Army and Nigerian Army. That's not the end. They were fighting to kidnap PM before the election, right? Before the election and before the Finland Convention. Remember, Biafran Liberation Army were not in existence then. The Biafran Liberation Army was announced in Finland Convention. But before the convention, they were signing petition to kidnap PM. So it's not as if that the war going on between the Biafran Liberation Army and Nigerian Army is the insecurity they're talking about. The only insecurity they're talking about is you asking for freedom of Biafra. That's the insecurity in Nigerian dictionary. That's the insecurity they're talking about. And some of them who claim they are for Biafra have already turned back behind the camera and tell them there's nothing like Biafra. That's why you need to give kudos sometimes to P2B, who managed to come out publicly and say that he's not for Biafra. He said he's not for Biafra. So, Happy May, I see you. Sorry, guys, that if I did not mention your presence on time, because this kind of program, if you miss the line of words, you have to go back to listen to it again. So that's why I was focused, trying to reply and trying to react to what they're saying. Because this is exactly what those ones who were pushing word, Igbo people for that matter, who claimed they were fighting for Biafra, pushing word in Marshal Mokano's mouth just to scatter his release, just to destroy his release. Simon by himself that they are talking about the PM have also said in the past, even if they push him to come out now, he will still say it again. Whatever I am doing, I am responsible, not Mazam Nagan. He said it. Yet they don't want to hear that because they want to tag everything taggable, everything they can take of, every negative thing on the head of Mazam Nagan because he is in the net. They are holding him. But they cannot hold PM. Therefore, every crime they think that PM committed should be transferred to the person in their custody. For you to know how evil and wicked these people can be. So if anybody, if I say you are an idiot because I'm not, your hand cannot get to me, you can slap another person that say hi to me. Ndaroma. Let me bring this thing up so that I can, because some of the comments here are quite tiny in this phone. Let me see if I can. Let me go this way.
When this interview was scheduled impromptu and I had to rush to come in here, I didn't come in here to. But if people volunteer on their own to sit at home on Mondays to put pressure for his release, you shouldn't blame them and you shouldn't blame Nnamdi Kanu either. It underscores his popularity and it also underscores the manifest injustice that has been done to him.
So he doesn't support Nnamdi Kanu. I'm sorry, he doesn't support Sam Ekpa. Is that what you're saying? That Sam Ekpa is not his supporter and he's not a supporter of Sam Ekpa?
This interview was scheduled impromptu and I had to rush to come in here. I didn't come in here to discuss Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. I thought, okay, fine. I thought I was coming here to discuss legalities. I'm Nnamdi Kanu's lead counsel. I'm waiting for you to ask me questions about the injustice being done to Nnamdi Kanu, and you're asking me other questions. I don't think I should address those ones. It's beyond my scope for now.
Okay, thank you very much, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, Kanu's lead counsel. Welcome and thank you for your time.
To be honest with you guys, I begin to fall in love with Aloy Ejimako again. I think my heart can forgive him from all the misinformation that they forced him, because I know that they forced him to do that, what he did when he was pushing to stop sit at home. I think to be honest with you, I'm having a kind of soft heart again for him. I don't know about another person I'm talking about. If you listen to what he said here, that is how a lawyer talk. You don't talk. You cannot be a lawyer. You become a client. You become a politician. Then you become a judge. You become you contribute to public opinion. Everything as a lawyer. Normally, a good lawyer have limits, but what he said here, he know his boundary. whether he have differences with PM or not, he don't want to say something that doesn't make any sense. That is how lawyer talk. Now let me go to the comments of people here. Uh, okay, I think I've gone through them. Then now I see happy men now our seat at home period. Our PM is no go area. Diana said you can see the brown envelope Nigerian journalists asking foolish questions because of their selfishness, wickedness, foolishness, greediness, corruption. Mad people everywhere in Nigeria. Yes. Um, Ntiwaka, Ntiwaka, I think Ntiwaka. I think that's if I don't know if that's your name. My guy, you are trying so much. Keep up. Thank you so much for your comments. I appreciate you guys. It is not easy. It is not easy. That's why it is. They just want to keep on time. Why am I not seeing this your comment here? Did I miss it? The comment is not coming up here. Frank Chikoka and yeah, Frank Chikoka. I have not your message is not coming up here. He said they just want to keep on buying us with the help of the so-called DOS. Yes. What about a powerful? Look at how the armor buy in Delta State. They buy the who in Delta States. Okay, army. Okay, that's what I mean. They should release MNK to stop Simon Ekpa. Made mad people everywhere. I think that mad people everywhere. Okay. That is it. So we are going to move forward, to another thing before we close for this hour. Okay, happy birthday is coming to PM. I think I need to share this one. We, the Biafran National League, drawn from across the various ethnic, religions and social groups of Biafran extraction and Biafran region and Biafran origin, say a happy birthday to the Prime Minister of Biafran Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you, guys. That is a very wonderful one. That is how to show love, not propaganda. The video that I just played to you just now about this interview of Aloy Ejimakor, I got it from one of the people who are projecting destruction of and downfall of Aloy Ejimakor. They want to rise against the man, but I hope that PM and Aloy Ejimakor will come together once again and see how to move this issue forward without having this banter or enmity among themselves, because what they're trying to do now that they push Ejiofor out is they want to do everything necessary against Aloy Ejimakor, and he needs protection. He must be protected. Kamtakan also need to reach out to PM. They need to unite themselves and make sure that everything works perfectly. We have seen this guy because this guy here, like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, that's why I put him in the carnival. This guy is the one they call Maxwell. This is another Ejiofor in making, and people should be very careful. I don't know him, okay, but for him to start talking about PM in this midst of an interview that Maznakan was granted to press, and he decided to use that period to chip in negativity, is a no-no for me. And people should be very careful about this guy. Very, very careful, because anything is possible. And the way those green white green are projecting him is quite suspicious. Quite suspicious. Anybody who know how Ejiofor started something like similar, they will appear that they are with you, they are good and all that. At the same time, they are the one creating problem for you without you knowing. And it shouldn't be so. It shouldn't be so. They cannot. They are still mourning the departure of Ozokome and Ejiofor. They are still mourning. They are still mourning. This one is called Oluchi Christie, and she said removal of Ozokome and Ejiofor from Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, a costly mistake, I think, and grave error. This word is the reason why I decided to share this post. It doesn't want it, but because of this grave error. I don't know if it's grammatical error or maybe she don't understand what grave error means. Grave error is an error that when you make it, your payback or your reward, it should be grave. It's something that what people buying each other, and she said it's a grave error. I don't know what she's trying. Maybe she's trying to say that it's one of the most difficult or most expensive mistakes to make, and I don't see it that way because the group that she belongs is known for buying people for saying word of mouth or saying something different from what they think that you should have said. So that is why I don't take it that way. I don't take it that way at all. And Aaron says, greeting to you. Greeting to all Biafrans. Share the message, go viral, and hit the like button. Thank you so much, Aaron. Nice to see you again here. We are going to another information. We are going to, before we end the broadcast, okay? We are going to quickly look into this one as well. But everything we are saying here, we are not supporting anything violence. That is why I love what Master Kanye said yesterday. This platform can never preach violence. We are not for violence and we cannot stand for violence. So whatever you are thinking about PM, you should make sure that you hold your facts very, very well because to blackmail people are very, very easy. But to do damage control is not something that you can just do just very, very easy like that because your action may cause a lot of problem. Now listen to this before I flip the camera.
Nigeria has descended into a kleptocracy. And what that means is theft is the coin of the realm. Not due process, not laws, not fundamental fairness, not the pursuit of happiness, not freedom, not family, not religion, not work, not prosperity, but who can steal the most first and go back and steal some more. If I told you that there was a country that has arguably the world's oldest democracy with full participation of all of its members, what would you say if I told you that there is a country where a group of people has the oldest written constitution featuring guarantees for individual freedom and due process in the world? What would you say if I told you there was a country that featured full participation of women in its political system, both to vote and to govern? And they started doing this when Europe was in the Dark Ages, in the 800s. The very first written constitution on this planet was written by the Igbo people. The very first democracy that involved self-governance, that worked for everybody, not just the Greek wealthy, but everybody, was in Igbo land. And the very first democracy that permitted women leaders was in Igbo land. The West, Europe, we were still in the Dark Ages. And yet the Igbo had figured out a way to have a just and meaningful government and a just and meaningful society and due process and fairness. Nigeria has descended into a kleptocracy. And what that means is theft is the coin of the realm. Not due process, not laws, not fundamental fairness, not the pursuit of happiness, not freedom, not family, not religion, not work, not prosperity, but who can steal the most first and go back and steal some more. If I told you that there was a country that has arguably the world's oldest democracy with full participation of all of its members. What would you say if I told you that there is a country where a group of people has the oldest written constitution featuring guarantees for individual freedom and due process in the world? What would you say if I told you there was a country that featured full participation of women in its political system, both to vote and to govern? And they started doing this when Europe was in the Dark Ages, in the 800s. The very first written constitution on this planet was written by the Igbo people. The very first democracy that involved self-governance, that worked for everybody, not just the Greek wealthy, but everybody, was in Igbo land. And the very first democracy that permitted women leaders was in Igbo land. The West, Europe, we were still in the Dark Ages. And yet the Igbo had figured out a way to have a just and meaningful government and a just and meaningful society and due process and fairness.
Okay, that is it. That is it. We are going to end it now. So tomorrow is another day. Please, before you go, like this video, share it, and if you're watching from Facebook, please follow the page, like the video as well, share it on many of your group. See you again. We are going to be live again tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Bye bye for now. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Thank you. Armstrong, greetings to you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.